Hey, alright, we're back. So yeah, like I was saying, Detention just came out, and you know, basically the plot of this movie is there's a killer on the loose. Standard like high school fare. And where these kids are served in detention, a la the Breakfast Club, I guess. And of course, there's a killer on the loose, and they're trying to bring him down from detention. It was kind of like a whodunit. In fact, it reminds me a lot of Scream. In fact, even in the trailer, they kind of reference Scream a lot, To be honest with you, you know what? It looks great. Like, I don't know. Like, I watched it. I'm like, this looks, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm still saying, like, Cabin in the Woods is still probably my pick of the week there. But Detention looked incredible. Like, I was laughing through the trailer. I thought it was, and it's not an original concept, but I don't know, it's kind of bringing it out in a fresh way. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely kind of recommend it. Check it out, it looks bad, though, just because it was kind of put back on the shelf until Josh became a little more famous. My mask is all kind of, there we go. And, but yeah, I don't know. I say check it out. Now, this upcoming week coming out, we got The Moth Diaries. Yep, the Moth Diaries. Now, look, here's the thing about this movie. The plot basically is, there's a new girl in school. It's like a girls' boarding school, new girl in school. And, like, this girl thinks there's something up with her. That's it. Don't even know if there is or not. I'm told there's supposed to be like a kind of like a vampire twist to it. Is she a vampire? I don't know. And it has a fucking shitty, like, Twilight cop-out where it's like, it's always a gray sky, overcast, so if she does turn to be a vampire, it's okay because she can walk around outside because it's overcast, and for some reason in Twilight world, you don't blow up from being outside during the daytime because goddamn there's an overcast. Not even an eclipse. I'm cool with the eclipse, if there's an eclipse, hey, I'll let vampires run all day long, but fuck it. Overcast, that's bullshit. This movie looks like shit. And it's disappointing because the director, I'll probably butcher this name too. I'm horrible when it comes to names. Like, if I don't actually hear it over and over, where I can just kind of mimic it and copy it, throw it in the memory warehouse, I'll butcher it. Mary Harron, it doesn't matter. She did American Psycho, and I love American Psycho. So I mean, the look of the film ain't bad. It does have like a Twilight feel to it. I don't know. It's gonna be shit. I'll just tell you right now. I truly think this movie will just be shit. So, yeah, enjoy it. So yeah, that's all we got right there. Now I did catch some new movies. I told you guys last week that I watched a little film called Breadcrumbs. Gave a little mini review. Well, I went ahead and finished up that whole like Backwoods Butcher midnight movie horror collection that my little cousin borrowed. Checked out the last. Last 3 movies on there. You know what? Not bad. With one just a real piece of shit, but the other 2 wasn't too bad. We'll start off. First one I watched on there was Mother's Day Massacre. I'm a fan of the horror movies that have like the holiday theme. Like April Fool's Day, obviously. Halloween, Black Christmas, Friday 13th in a way, I guess. I mean, it's not really a holiday, but fuck it. Like I consider it a holiday. I love Friday the 13th. I watch the movies, like, it's like my tradition. Every time there's a Friday the 13th, I will watch a Friday the 13th movie on there. I mean, I won't go all out and watch like a ridiculous amount of them. I won't just do like a movie marathon. But fuck it. It's a holiday nonetheless. But yeah, you got a few of them like that. I want to say there was like Graduation Day. Probably a few other ones I'm missing. Don't crucify me because I'm forgetting them. So yeah, I saw the title Mother's Day Massacre. I was like, you know what, I'm down. And, it's one of those movies, it was a bad movie. Like, I'll tell you right now, this movie was not good by any stretch of the imagination. But it was a fun movie. Like, I don't know, I was enjoying watching it. Like, the plot was just ridiculous. Basically, it was just this kid's trying to reconnect with his mother. And he goes out to this, like, little ghost town. I mean, it's basically a ghost town. It's like, it reminded me of, like, almost like a... Like, anybody ever been to, like, a Spring Mill type park? People who don't live in, Indiana wouldn't know what Spring Mill is, I guess. Like an old, like, pioneer fucking settlement kind of thing. It looks like that. And so it's just like, it goes to like this old abandoned, like, house. And for some reason, like, he thinks his mother lives there, but I don't see anybody living there. And he never sees his mom. That's the thing. That's kind of weird. Like, spoiler alert, sorry. But, Yeah, but there's this woman down there for 2 kids, and they go on a killing spree. Oddly enough, does not take place on Mother's Day. Thought that was kind of weird. Like, I just feel like they just threw the title on there. But not enough to disappoint me. Once again, it's still a fun movie. It had a lot of weirdness to it. Like, there's a lot of weird subplots to it that they never really quite tie up. They just kind of thrown in randomly. Once again, I was cool with it. The one thing I thought was kind of funny is, and every time you watch any of these old, like, 80s horror movies, I guess it's not just 80s, I mean, I guess it's still happening now, but you get a bunch of kids together and they go camping. Like, I don't know. Like, if you, unless you got the girlfriend and you're getting drunk, the whole, like, let's go camping and hang out together. I mean, they're like, we're going to spend a whole week. Like, what the fuck are you going to do for a whole week? Literally, I mean, they don't carry a whole lot of beer with them to the site. So you're going to run out of beer like that first or second night. I'm sorry, you can only go swimming so many times. So it was always funny to me when you got these kids together, like their idea of the party in the movies. It just seems lame to me, like. And this is no exception. They get there, and the kids are like, let's go. And these are like high school dudes, right? Like probably fresh out of high school, getting ready for college, like that age era. And they're like, hey, let's go play hide and seek. And at first I'm just like, this is ridiculous. But then I was thinking, like, you know what? I would love to play a hide and seek. Like, when's the last time any of my viewers out there has played hide and seek? It's been a long fucking time since the Phantom has got to go hide, or seek for that matter. And I don't know, like at that point, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm in this movie. This is great now. And it was just ridiculous from there on out. So I definitely recommend that one. Definitely some good stuff. Another one there was Butchered, and it was just like a throwback to these old slasher movies as well. This one just had like an escaped killer. He was a serial killer that gets put in jail. And he breaks out, and then he goes to this island like off the coast. And I don't know why he's like actually there. I mean, he just kind of goes there to hang out, I guess. Laying low, but there's like no real like buildings on this island, I don't think. But anyways, these kids go out there and just they're gonna party for the weekend. Once again, kind of ridiculous thing. Cause there's not that many of them either. There's like 7, so there's only like 1 left out. Anyway, they go out there to party, drink, and then of course this killer shows up and starts butchering them. And just another one of those that like I was just like, I don't know. I thought the script was really funny. Like it had its moments, and it felt like it was what it was. It's just a low budget slasher. I just picture like these guys just got together. It's like, you know what? I love slasher movies. Let's just make one. And I don't know, it came across as good for me. Like I loved it. I thought it was really good. Probably the best of the 4 I watched. So Butchered, really good. The last one just shit. A Bothered Conscience. I don't know. Acting was horrible. The directing, like at least the other two, like the directing, like was pretty ambitious. Like they weren't trying like to be crazy. Like let's do weird shots for the sake of weird. I mean, it was just it was just good. Whereas this one was just kind of like this guy was just trying way too hard to be creative, and it fell flat. And so yeah, I don't know. The Bothered Conscience, basically the plot here was this serial killer. He owns like this huge plot of land. Like this land was like ridiculously big, I guess, but he had no trespassing signs. And then if you showed up, he'd just kill you. Flat out, like no questions asked. He butchers you, kills you, shoot you, whatever. But like in the span of like one afternoon, it wasn't just like a group of kids. Like I can handle that one. Like a group of kids go camping. Whatever. We've seen it a million times. But it's just like random people. Like 7 of them. Like it's like first like this one guy just kind of walking along, hiking, and he gets slaughtered. And then like 10 minutes later, like a school teacher's taking pictures, and she gets slaughtered. Then a couple guys are like looking for like this big wheat, field, and they get slaughtered. And then this girl, it just like it over and over. And the thing was though, like okay, I will almost buy into that. Like okay, fuck it, just a bad day. Everybody's going on this property and they're getting slaughtered. But then it's like later on, like when the cops go out there to ask this guy like what's going on, like they say like this place has a history. It's like the urban legends, like, don't go into those woods because you may not come out alive. And yet, these people who I'm assuming are just residents. I mean, I don't think they're just, 7 random people showed up out of town at different times going onto this property getting killed. Although they're from the fucking town. And they're like, you know what, let's go in and check out these woods. I don't know. It was ridiculous. And then there was it had a whole psychological thing to it. And I don't know, it was bad. Don't recommend that at all. So yeah, that was a Bothered Conscience. So yeah, Butchered, Backwoods Butcher 4-pack. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pay more than $5 for it, and odds are you won't anywhere. So yeah, you can find it for $5. I say pick it up. You get 2 out 4. I'll say 2.5 out 4. That breadcrumbs. It started off pretty good and it just got shitty. So yeah, that's my review for that. So yeah, before I get started on my other reviews, before we hit the two big main eventers, once again I'll throw it out there. You guys want to leave any kind of comment at all? Recommend movies. Like I said, I'm doing the car tonight because Alicia, she recommended that I do it. So there it is. Once again, hit me up on Facebook. My fan friends. Actually, my Facebook link is now on the YouTube channel thing, so you can click there, switch over, join the trillions and trillions of Facebook friends that I have. Love every one of you guys. Yeah, not gonna lie, the lair, the walls are thin in the lair. You can hear it. I got a cemetery, over here to the right of me, like a haunted house, to the left. The gates of hell are just like right back here, and there's like a coffee shop or something over there. It's spooky as shit around here. But yeah, the walls are thin, and you hear murders and death all around you. But you learn to love it. You learn to love it. But yeah, hit me up on Facebook, or once again, leave a comment right here, just right there, just right there, just something. I don't care. You can write anything you want right there. I'll read it. Fuck it. And yeah, moviefam7 at gmail.com. So boom, there it is. All right, so wait till we get to it. As you can see, I didn't bust out anything because I rented one of them and then I borrowed one from a relative. So yeah, I don't own any of these movies. We'll start off with The Car, 1977. Alicia, this is for you. So boom. You know what? I liked it. The plot is, in a nutshell, a car that is we're assuming it's possessed, is killing people, terrorizing a small town. The Car. That's it. And I said last time I mentioned this, whenever she first said I should watch it. I said, Christine to me is like the only, killer car. And I kind of forgot there's others out there, They all kind of, revolve around the same thing. But, you got Duel and Maximum Overdrive. I didn't see The Trucks, which is based on the same story from Stephen King that Maximum Overdrive was from. But, yeah, so the Car, honestly had no expectations at all. Thought it was going to be a piece of shit. It was fun. It was a fun ride. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not great by any stretch of the imagination. But, dude, I loved it. Like, to me, and it's funny because, like, when I watched it, at first I was watching, I'm like, this is like Jaws. And I'm just like, this is fucking Jaws. Like, everything, from, like, the opening kill, and don't really, opening kill actually is really cool. Like, without giving too much away, because once again, fuck it, this is an old movie, so I can drop spoilers if I want, dicks. But, they're like these two teenagers on a bike. They're bike riding, which I think is kind of funny, because I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm just fat and lazy because I don't fucking bike ride. But they're bike riding like motherfuckers. And they come to a tunnel, and you're like, really? They're going like in the middle of the road down this tunnel. And that just sounds dangerous to me anyways, but whatever, they're going in the tunnel, and you're like, oh, this is where they're going to bike, because obviously you watch a movie called The Car, about a killer car, and they're on a tunnel, it's a street tunnel, they're right down in the middle of it. I'm like, it's going to happen. And, dude, it's kind of an intense scene because you're kind of watching like, oh, dude, are they going to get hit? Bro, and then even at that scene, like, they do get out. It's a false scare. If you want to call it a false scare. I thought it was kind of a false scare. I was, waiting for it. But then there's a scene where as they come out, you kind of see, like, the view of the car, like, from the inside of the car. Like, what the car is seeing, I guess. It enters the tunnel. And then, on the other side of the tunnel, we're just waiting. And there it is, it's a shot of the tunnel. And I'm expecting, like, the whole time I was like, man, this is going to be a crazy scene. It's going to, like, come out at you. It doesn't, but still it kind of builds up like it's going to, So, once again, that opening scene was just incredible, but there's just a lot of similarities between this movie and Jaws. Like, there's a scene where the school, they're putting on, like, this parade. And they're, like, at this track, it's like a horse track, I guess you can say. But, but it's like a dirt road thing. It's like, I don't know. Anyways, that's where they're at. They can get a look at it. They can get a great look at it. The direction wasn't like the top notch on this. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't bad direction, but it's, it's supposed to kind of be mysterious because it's just a bunch of, dust and desert and everything. Oh, well, there it is again. All right, you know what? I'll be right back. So.